Hello. How are you?
Hi. You guys are on video. Why?
My favorite thing about band? Music.
What do you have,
Making music
what
with
do you
you
have to
guys.
say to all your students as a goodbye?
That's a goodbye.
Yeah.
Keep playing. It's awesome. Thank you.
What's your favorite thing about band, Calvin?
Seeing your smiling face every day.
Stop it.
Is the fact that we feel like such a community here. Like, this is the first group that I was a part of, and even though I was terrified of my first day, especially when one of the percussionists dropped a drum on my head in the read-through, I ended up realizing how awesome band was pretty quickly, and it quickly became my favorite thing about school.
Color guard. Everything.
Sabrina.
Everything.
Everything. Spencer, what's your favorite thing about band?
Your mom.
Ha.
Nothing.
Are you really taking a video?
Yeah.
Sorting music.
Okay.
Why? Are you like videotape? No, hell no.
Okay, well, that's gonna be your mom. Oh, wow, she can't even think of anything. That's how.
Mr. Wagner. He's cool.
What's your favorite thing about band?
Ooh, the people in band. Not naming specific.
Band.
Being able to express yourself through music.
I thought you were gonna say me, but that works too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jake.
I didn't cut out of the video.
Jake, what's your favorite thing about band?
That everybody knows everybody and that we're all friends.
My favorite thing about band is
Mr. Wagner.
yeah, he's pretty cool.
Even though he yells at percussion every day.
My least favorite thing is
It's
having
so
to
great.
see her every day.
Having to see this.
This.
What's your favorite thing about band, Kristy?
Playing music.
Say louder.
Playing music.
What's your favorite thing about band? Like,
My favorite thing about band? Everything.
What is my favorite thing about band?
Yeah.
Me. I just love playing and creating music with other people.
I like meeting new people. Are you ready?
What's my favorite thing about band?
yeah.
I like playing.
What?
Do you have any funny Wagner stories?
When me, Matt Brown, and Alex were in Grand Junction, Matt Brown was in his onesie. And he walked out, one step out, and Wagner was right there. And he just looked at him. He's like, that. And he's like, no, go back in there. And Matt's like, he's like, okay.
Action or whatever, and he comes back and he's joking with us. And it's the first year he was ever here, so we didn't know him that well. And he stole one of my gummy worms and stuck it up his nose. And he's walking around with this gummy worm hanging out of his nose. And I'm just like, this is right? Like, who's this guy? What's going on, right? So then I put my hand out for my friend to give me another gummy worm, and puts it in my hand. I eat it. It was the one that was in his nose.
Oh.
Mr. Wagner, he called Aubrey for the entire year.
She told me about
And then
that.
put it in the lettering thing. And then he finally told her after the last concert. And now he calls her Boris.
Me? Do I have any funny Wagner stories? No, I don't.
Funny Wagner stories?
Let me think about it.
Okay, we'll come back.
to me later.
One time he fell asleep on the bus and he left his mouth open the entire time.
What's that?
Not very funny, but you know.
Oh, it
No?
No, you can tell it. Okay, so this morning.
This morning?
So this morning, Olivia asked Wagner if she could use his fridge, and then he was like, "For what?" And she was like, "For my lunch." And he was like, "Ooh, what's your lunch?" And she's like, "Salmon pasta." And then he was like, "Ooh."
You want to share with us?
Wagner told me he loved me.
He what?
He did. He told us he
Wagner
loved
told
us.
me he loved me.
I don't believe you.
Dude, no! I did!
You don't have any?
What's your favorite thing about band? That's the alternative.
There's this.
Cut it out.
Okay. Well, last year, my sophomore year, we were on the field marching and I was in the very front and I wasn't doing very well and I kept doing changeovers wrong and I kept going on the wrong foot and he yelled at me and he made me cry in front of everyone.
Mr. Wagner and Mr. Goodmanson decided to call my mother a bastard over the marching band microphone for the entire band to hear. So,
Oh, wow.
One time last year, we were going to Taco Bell, but Braden Kane wanted Chinese food. So we dropped him off at the Chinese food, said we were going to wait for him, drove off, and went to talk about it.
I would have done the same.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss Wagner a lot. He's been my favorite teacher by far.
He's the best teacher.
You Wagner.
Yeah, you said like great things.
We love you, Wagner.
Good morning, America.
Drumline's freaking amazing.
That's right.
Dumb and Dumber over here.
I love in band that we're such a community and a family, and also that we put on really great shows and we take so much pride in what we do for people and have a lot of fun with it. And Mr. Wagner, thank you for everything and for giving me the chance to be your drum major, because before I became the junior drum major, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my future, and all my friends were like, I want to do this, and I didn't know. And then when you gave me drum major and I started conducting and leading the band and I saw what that felt like, that has helped me figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life, and I don't know how to thank you enough for that. So thank you, Mr. Wagner.